back to you in one word, what would that word be?
Beautiful.
Magical.
Elegant.
I really think it's inspirational.
Haunting.
Lyrical. It's one of a kind.
Hope. Definitely hope.
This is the story of My Way Back to You. My Way Back to You has evolved so much from episode 1 to our current episodes. At its heart is Elizabeth Williams, a war widow who has lost not only her husband but also her daughter. Through friends, very close friends of hers, like Scarlett, she is able to transform her immense grief into something beautiful and begins to have hope for her future and for her journey in life. With this transformation, she meets a man named Robert Humphreys and finally realizes she is able to and ready to open up her heart to new love and new feelings. The major themes of this show are still themes that we can understand and relate to today, even though we are no longer in the early 1900s. It seems like love, loss, heartbreak, hope, and beauty, and destruction are still so relevant, even though we are not living in the early 1900s and we are not living through a major world war. We can still connect and understand so much of what they're feeling. I think that that is absolutely beautiful, and that is why I wake up every single day ready and invigorated to create another episode of My Way Back to You.
How has Scarlett evolved through season 1?
Okay, well, in the beginning of season 1, Scarlett came across as a really selfish, insensitive, and fluffy character.
The weather is always good when I'm under.
It seemed like she didn't really care about other people's feelings, especially Elizabeth, when she was in such a fragile state of being after losing her husband and daughter.
Pish posh. Go outside.
I do think, though, that, as the season progressed, Scarlett really began to change, and I think for the better. She became a lot more empathetic for the human plight. She became kinder and softer with her heart.
Edward, your dear husband would want you to be happy.
But while keeping her lovely personality. I think that having the opportunity to play such a role has really been amazing for me, and I'm just really honored to have this role. I love discovering each day how I can live more in Scarlett's character and really make her proud.
I feel like hair has shown the character's transformation so much. Like Elizabeth, her hair was down and straight, and it looked like she put no effort into it at all. And in the new seasons, her hair is in gorgeous curls or in an updo, and I just feel like it shows her transformation as a character so much.
How has the character of Robert Humphreys developed throughout season 1?
Well, Robert, or should we call him Edward Humphreys, started out as, just a mysterious man who did not really appear to be mysterious. He sort of had nice neighbor next door vibes, and then we find out he has a past. There's something lurking in that past of his, and he, sort of finds himself with Elizabeth. They're liking each other, they're catching feelings. Elizabeth has a very deep and traumatic past.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
As he slowly finds out, but it's bit by bit. Because she appears normal, she appears nice and everything, but she has a past. She has just lost her husband and her daughter very mysteriously. And so Robert is grappling with that, and also with his own unknown past, unknown to the viewers and everything, but he's also having to deal with both of those things at the same time. I think it's really interesting to see them as a couple. They both have so much to work through, but they're also putting so much into this relationship. I'm very excited to see where that leads in this next episode. Will they or won't they get together? There's so much there for them, and yeah, I think that they're really an amazing couple.
How has the character of Elizabeth changed throughout season 1 of My Way Back to You?
Elizabeth has changed in a lot of ways throughout the season. She starts out in a very dark and sad place and eventually moves on to a much happier place with new people in her life that help her see her purpose even without her daughter and husband. I have really changed as a person while playing Elizabeth because Elizabeth experiences very deep emotions that I think can only come when there's past trauma in one's life, and this has challenged me, and I'm really, really happy that I get to play this character because she is something that I hope to continue to grow, to learn why this character is the way she is.
How do you think change and the character's transformation has been shown through makeup through this season?
Well, you know, change is inevitable. You know, we have change all over the place. Our lives are always changing. And I think that's what I love so much. It's a universal theme. And even though this season, this show takes place in the early 1900s, it doesn't mean that change is any different. There's positive change and there's negative change. There's two different kinds of changes. And I definitely think the character developments have been very positive, especially for the leads like Elizabeth and Scarlett. I definitely think that although change is scary, change is so, so important. And I've been really excited to explore the realm of change with makeup, because makeup is it can be whatever you want it to be. Now, a lot of people ask me, you know, well, how can you do makeup for like a historical period drama? Like, they didn't wear makeup at that time. Now, if you read my blog, which is called Dallas Ruth at Makeup, you will know that I am deep into the world of historical makeup, and yes, there was makeup at that time. Now, what I add, for instance, an example for Elizabeth is she starts very sad. She has a sallow complexion because she's grieving the loss of two very important people in her life. But as she begins to open up her heart again, I'm like, well, we need to have this translate not just through the clothes or through her lines, but through her makeup. So I add a little bit of blush, I add a little bit of lip rouge, and that really changes the look. It adds just this level of carefreeness, this level of, you know, I want to live this life, that I think is so important. So yeah, I love exploring change through makeup in this incredible show.
Costumes and outfits in a TV show can tell you so much about a character. For example, Elizabeth, the lead in My Way Back to You, wears a lot of simple blouses and skirts. She often wears pretty dark colored skirts and just very simple blouses. This really shows she does not have the time or mental space to think about her clothes, think about her outfits. And same for Scarlett. Scarlett, she is very fashionable. She's always with every single new trend. And it really shows she puts a lot of thought, maybe even too much, into how she looks.
Gold would look nice, but I'm afraid these diamonds just wouldn't work. Oh, I don't know.
And so we can constantly, throughout the season, see she has her hair up in the newest style, nicely done. She's always wearing the latest clothes, very bold colors. You know, she wants to make an impression on you. She does not want to blend into the background like Elizabeth does. I love, as a costume designer, being able to transform characters and use clothing to show their transformation, not just with lines or whichever other devices the director wants to use to show their transformation. So I'm really, really excited to see what the next episode holds for Elizabeth, Scarlett, and all the other characters that I designed their outfits for, and what other changes they'll develop before the season ends.
Oh, the sun is blinding.
Sorry, ma'am, this is the only
Does
place
my
we could have it.
lipstick look okay?
Yep, it looks fine.
I want you to be honest, Gerald.
Linda, are we ready to get rolling?
Fine.
Sorry, Miss Hay.
Fine. Okay, hey friends, I'm Linda Hay here. I'm the executive producer for My Way Back to You. And, you know, I do a lot for this show. I manage the editors, I manage the actresses, I manage every single costume, hair, and makeup department. I even manage May Schrader. So, yeah, you could say my job is pretty demanding, but what I have really taken away from this year at the My Way Back to You studios is just how incredible the story really is. It's a beautiful story, you know, heartbreak, love, loss, the mother, the daughter. You know, I'm not the writer, but I could be. You know what I mean by that? Like, I just think it's so beautiful. And I will say, for sure, there have been some rough patches, some rocky roads, some, you know, bumpy hills. But I think that, you know, really, my job is very demanding. And I think a lot of people don't understand that as an executive producer, I am doing so much. I'm not only overseeing what I already mentioned, as well as the writers, and I'm overseeing even things like the gasoline in the vans. I'm overseeing the snack tables. I'm overseeing everything. But, you know, it's hard. Creating a TV series is very hard. And sometimes it has to fall to one person. And in this scenario, it has all fallen to me. But I am proud to say that we have finally pulled off another episode, episode 5, which will be premiering very soon. So yeah, I think My Way Back to You is incredible. And I think I am too. Bye.
Universal themes we have today.
I hope to continue to grow and learn this character's the way she is.
I think haunting.
Yeah, so I think that just ask the question and everything, and then, yeah, just keep the cameras rolling for the beginning and everything,
This is good.
I should do this, okay, actually. There goes the set person, okay.
Move a little that way. Smile.
Know how to do your job.
I do. I don't need you telling me how to do my job.